We're live. Okay, welcome to a big breakthrough live or ABB live. And today we got some cool stuff to share with you. Ooh, I forgot. I got a gift at the end. Remind me.
All right.
Potential gift.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna do a quick screen share and show you what we got in store for you today. Before we get going, we want to say hi. Lou?
Hello.
I'm Chris, by the way. Who are you?
Lori.
All right, let's see. I don't want that. I want this. All right, so here we are. So the outcome for today. Oops, what happened? I hit the wrong button. So we got 7 rules we're going to go over. We have some traffic techniques. And the reason we're covering traffic is I'm going to cover that in a minute. And we got some homework to do. So let's kick it off with. And again, if you have any questions as we're going through this, feel free to leave it in the chat, and we'll be checking that periodically. So Lori's checking it out. So if you got any questions, let us know. So before we get into the meat of the content, we just want to share with you what we're calling 7 rules. All right. Well, you want to help me with these? You think you can help me with 7 rules? What do you think?
I put my glasses on. Oh, they're pretty cool.
Are they big enough?
Yeah.
So let's do every other one. So you want to
do
kick
it
off?
first.
All right.
Okay.
So rule number 1 is you want to have crystal clear goals: 30, 60, 90, and 1 year. And you should put them on and write it on a goal card. I actually keep them on my iPhone, but you can go old school and use a card. That works.
Number 2, positioned for success.
Do you have any idea what that means?
You elaborate.
All right, I'll elaborate. So position for success means that you want to position yourself to leverage yourself for the best opportunity.
Okay.
So it could mean a number of things. It could be, so if you're just starting out and you don't know anything, the best thing you can do is find a good mentor. And then you're going to need some training. So find the best training that you can find, the best mentor, and then don't try to do too many things. Focus on one thing at a time.
Very important.
All right. Environment. You want to be around positive people. That's big, right?
Become those you hang around with.
Right. So that is key. What do we got for number 4?
Take massive action.
Yes, that's big, right?
Yes.
You can't like poke at it with a stick.
No.
Go all in. Number 5, I like this one, is the 30-30-30 challenge. So the 30-30-30 challenge is you want to read for 30 minutes a day. You want to listen to 30 minutes of audio, and something that's positive.
Yes.
Not like the radio or talk show or something like that. You want something positive for 30 days in a row.
Yep.
And you'll be surprised at the changes that start happening in you. And of course, we're live and people are texting us, right?
That's all right. That's
was that
all right.
me or you? That was me.
That was your attend all events.
So I don't know what you're involved with, but whatever you're involved with, if the organization you're part of has events, you should attend them.
Right.
Live especially. We've gotten a lot out of live events. Right?
You may, there are people that do go to these events who can inspire you in a lot of ways and help you with key things to help you build your business.
Right, and then you get to meet.
You get to meet amazing people from everywhere.
The other thing is if they have, because this is the internet, a lot of them have webinars. So you should attend those too. If they have a webinar, you want to be a part of it. You want to know what's going on. You want to be around the people. It's going to help because you're going to have time where you feel like you're up against the wall and you just need that little boost. And if you're around people, they're going to help. You can ask questions. Somebody may have the answer you're looking for. Last but certainly not least, this one I think is really key because a lot of people
are too focused on it.
Are focused on this. So forget about the money. All right. I said that. Forget about the money. All right. if you do the right things and take the right steps and focus and take massive action and provide value, the money will follow, right?
What's that saying about success?
I don't know. What's the saying about success?
It's saying that you're not, just because you're successful doesn't mean you're rich. You're successful when you've learned to help others, and then the money follows.
Right. You got to become successful, then the money comes.
Right.
So you don't say that I'm going to have money, then I'll be successful. You need to be
Right.
successful before the money comes.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our 7 rules. So these are key. I would actually, I should have told you to take notes and write those down, but you can replay this.
Yeah.
Those are really important. I read these every day. All right. I want to share with you some survey results. So those of you that took the survey, thank you very much for taking the time and filling out the survey. So we wanted to base our training today on the survey results. So overwhelmingly, just checking my internet. It seems to be lagging a little bit here. Let me check this. I'm going to knock my bandwidth down a little bit because I seem to be lagging just a little bit. All right. Hopefully that's better. Okay. The training today was based on what we got for survey results. So I want to share those results. So a lot of people feel like they're alone.
Right.
But I think when I read these survey results, you're going to see that you're very similar to everybody else. Okay. And by the way, I learned this from my mentor, and surprisingly enough, his results are very similar to mine with a much bigger audience. So the first question was, how long have you tried making money online? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I?
No.
Sorry about that. So how long have you tried making money online? And 42% of people are 0 to 6 months, and then 18% are 6 to 12. So majority of the people are a year or less.
Right.
So they're fairly new in the business. What's question number 2? Can you read those?
How much money are you currently making online?
And what is overwhelmingly the response there?
0. I haven't made any yet.
So 60% of the people responded to they haven't made money. So if you're watching this, you're saying, I haven't made money yet, you're not alone.
No, you're not.
And then even like the next highest category is $1 to $100 a month.
Yep.
So that's what, 80% of the people, almost 81% are making $100 or less a month. So if you're in that boat, you're not alone. So how much do people realistically want to make in a month? 43, almost 44% are saying they want to make between $1,000 and $5,000 a month. That's pretty common. And then the next group, 21%. So if you combine those, 65% of people are looking to make somewhere between $1,000 and $10,000 a month.
And what is your single biggest challenge you need help with right now? And it looks like 42% saying traffic generation.
Yep. And then followed by finding hot products to promote.
Right.
I think that changed. I might have got some new stats there. So the second biggest challenge, I always find this funny because if you look at them both, they're even the second question, even more people said traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And then creating my own info product. So that's a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's where you want to get to eventually, but I wouldn't recommend starting off there. I would recommend becoming an affiliate and learn how to market and get your marketing techniques down, and then build up an audience too, and then create your own product.
And if you could learn one thing that you believe would take your business to the next level, what would that be? And it says 37.5% say, I just want to learn how.
How to make first dollar.
Right.
Gets cut off.
Yeah.
And then The next biggest one
It's
is
conversion.
conversion, how to convert traffic into
Yeah.
sales. Okay, so that's big. Of course, you can see that they're focused on making money.
Right.
So maybe that's
a reason why.
part of the problem. So then I just wanted to survey people to make sure that we're doing these at the right time, and it looks like 2 p.m. on Saturday is the majority of when people, and this is Eastern time, are saying that, so we're going to keep doing them Saturday too. It seems to work for everybody. And then this is kind of a funny question I threw in the end. What's this one?
Are you ready to do whatever it takes to reach your goal? And oh my goodness, it's way up there. It's like 92%. 92%. Wow.
Absolutely. I got a couple maybes here.
Maybe.
5 people say maybe.
Those are the ones that are poking the stick.
I'm not really that serious. All right. So that's the survey results. We should be back on camera. No questions, right?
No questions yet.
All right. So we're going to dig into traffic stuff. This is what you guys are overwhelmingly saying that you want to do. So I got actually 4 different techniques I'm going to share with you. And actually one of them is something not to do. I'm going to share with a story that happened with me this week. All right, so the first one I got up here.
Can we see it?
No. Should we do a screen share? What do you think?
Okay.
I'm going to share the screen. Lori wants me to share the screen.
Yes.
I usually do whatever she says. Most of the time. So you can see that blog sites. So let me explain this. Depending on your niche, let's say you're into nutrition, okay? And you obviously want to market to, you don't want to market to everybody. You want to market to people that are interested in nutrition, right? So how do you find those people? Long pause. So just about every niche, I would say every niche out there, somebody is blogging about that niche.
You go on YouTube. You can check out things on YouTube.
No, you want to go to blog sites because.
Oh yes, this is true.
Because blog sites, first of all, the search engines like blog sites. They like videos too, but they like blog sites because they like content. And if you're providing value, you're going to attract people. So the other thing, these people that own the blogs, they're usually collecting names.
Yes.
Email addresses.
Right.
So there's 2 things you can do. So you can go to a blog site. Actually, let me do a live. So what you want to do is you go to Google and you type blog in quotes plus, and then in quotes you put nutrition. Am I spelling that right?
Yeah. No, you're not.
Like that. Okay.
No. I-O-N.
Oh, O-N. Okay. Is that right?
No. Cute.
All right. I don't know how to spell. You can't spell. Oh, there it is, right there.
Yes. Just go down one. Just go and do that one.
No. I don't want to click on it because it's not done right. I-T-I-O-N, like that, right?
Yes.
Because you want to do quotes around the blog, and then plus, and then quotes around whatever your niche is.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to do in the search engine is going to bring up blogs that deal with nutrition. So you can see all these blogs coming up. So I'm going to just pick one for the heck of it. So this is Nutrition Blog Network. It's a collection of blogs. So this is actually kind of like a blog index site, it looks like. So, powered by dietitians. Interesting. So you can see here that this is probably not a good one because I don't see any ads on this site, right? Nor do I see that they're collecting leads. So you want to look for a blog site that has an ad. This is an ad, but it's an ad for their own site. And then I don't see, usually there'd be like an opt-in box for sign up for our newsletter or something like that. So this one would not be a good one. The other thing that you're going to want to look for is you want to make sure they're getting enough traffic to their site. So I'm going to show you another tip here. Oh, this looks like, all right, we're getting to some meat here. This looks like the same site, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
All right, so I might have like went to the wrong place. So this looks like a blog. 2 dietitians and a chef.
Yes.
Interesting. Hey, we got some popcorn. All right, so notice on this blog, there's a box that says subscribe.
Right.
So they're collecting leads. And then I'm gonna just scroll down a little bit here and see if, I don't see any ads.
No, I don't see it.
Huh, I got some cool stuff on here. Some recipes. So this particular blog collects leads. So what you want to do is contact the blog owner and ask them if they would be willing to send what would be called a solo ad to their list. If you have a product that, and they can charge you for it. Usually it's not that expensive. So what you want to do is you grab the URL for this site. And we're going to go to a site that's called Alexa.com. And what this site is, it measures traffic to sites. Did I not hit enter? It's loading. You know, anytime you're doing like a live, any type of presentation, there's always something.
It's interesting. It keeps you guessing.
All right, it's just a little slow here. I'm going to shut down. We don't need SurveyMonkey anymore, do we?
No.
All right, it's loading.
It's spinning.
It's doing something.
Yeah. Be patient with us.
All right. So here's Alexa.com. So what you do is you come up here, you put that URL for the site that we were just at. I'm going to paste it in there. Find. And it is loading. This is a free site, by the way. They do have paid. Wow. Yeah, this is not. So you want ones that are like 100,000, I think, or less ranking. So this doesn't get a ton of traffic. So obviously you don't want to go to a site that doesn't have much traffic. So you get the idea. Let me just try another one. See, I'm going to go back to my original search. 100 best nutrition blogs. My blog. Here's a real blog right here. So a lot of these are like, it looks like they're just like index sites. So here's a nutrition site. So you can see right here, enter your email address to receive our free newsletter. So they're collecting leads, which is good. Voted top 100 health blogs 2011. That's good. What I do not see on here is any ads. But you can, so there's a contact button. So again, we want to take their URL. We'll go over to Alexa, put it in there, and we'll see where this one comes up. So I just want to do a couple so you get the idea of, so this takes a little bit of time to find the right site. So you can keep, so this one doesn't get, yeah, it doesn't get a ton of traffic. So maybe this is not, the good thing here is a large percentage of the traffic is from the US.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this is not, so you might have to do a little bit of searching to find one that gets enough traffic, and then what's the site I want to go to? Huffington Post. So Huffington Post is more of a general. It's not necessarily niche specific, but I just want to show you this is a very, very popular, and I'll show you how they rank on Alexa in a minute, but you can see they got right up top, they have a subscribe button. Huh. There's a lot of politics on this one. It's big right now. So you can see this site has a lot of different topics: politics, entertainment, world post, headlines. So it's basically a news blog site. There's a lot of stuff on it, a lot of photos. I thought this site had ads on it. The other thing you can do is kind of scroll down to the bottom. This is pretty big. There's a lot of stuff going on in this site. So I'm going to just read. So there's a button here that says advertise. So you want to go look. Sometimes at the top, more than likely it's down the bottom. You can advertise with them. So you can go ahead and click the ad button. So it's actually part of AOL. Interesting. Thought AOL was dead. I guess not, huh? All right. This is loading pretty slow, but you get the idea. But I just want to show you, if I go back to Alexa with this one, this is going to rank pretty high. So number 38 in the US. That is really good. If you get like 100,000 or less, it's good. Number 135 in the world. Oh, it looks like their traffic is trending down. But 70% of the traffic is from the US. So you want to have a site that's a lot of English-speaking countries. So Canada is in there, UK. So 75% of the traffic is from US. So this would be a good one if it had, this is kind of a general site. So it wouldn't be good unless you got a product that's mass appeal. But just so you get an idea of the difference between a site that doesn't get a lot of traffic and one that does. All right, what do we have next on our, just want to close all this stuff down. So Facebook Breakthrough, this is your gig. Do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit.
You want me to go on camera?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So this is Lori's thing.
Well, what I'm doing is I have a script, and first and foremost, we have a group that every day they post they want to join our group. So with that, I have a script that I start off with a small introduction and ask them, like, friendly questions, and I send it, and I wait for them to respond. And then the next thing I post would be something inquiring about what kind of marketing they do, or who's their provider, their source of, their you know what I'm talking about. What company they're from, and who they,
who they're marketing.
Right, who they're marketing, I'm sorry. And I always get a respond back. And then I have another thing saying, well, just because, you're joining as being a part of our group, we would like to extend yada, 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 yada.
We give them some free training.
Right, and we mention the word free training. And that usually gets me, I want to say about 60% of the people will respond back and say, I'll think about it. And I want to say probably about 20% will say, I'll check it out.
Right.
So to me, I look at it like not knowing anything about this and then simply applying a simple technique. It shows results, but it's fascinating how I can just sit down and just do it from wherever and paste and copy and paste and copy and and I interact with different people
Right.
and where they're from. So it's really cool.
And if you were with us, we do that last week, or was it 2 weeks ago?
I think it was
2 weeks.
3 weeks
It
ago.
was 2 weeks ago we did.
I think it was 3 weeks ago.
All right. So we actually posted her script. So if you're really nice to Lori, reach out to her. Maybe she'll share it with you. We don't have it today.
No.
All right. What do we got next? All right. So solo ads. All right. This is me. So I'm going to share a story with you. So I don't know if you heard of solo ads, but basically a solo ad is you're basically renting somebody's email list. And they send out an email on your behalf to their list. Any questions there? And you buy a certain number of clicks from them. So you could say, all right, it's based on how many people interact with your message. They're not necessarily buying, they may not be opted in your list, but you're buying clicks from that particular solo ad vendor. So I decided I was going to promote our latest offer. I was going to try solo ads. I haven't done them for a while. And even though I heard that there was a lot of problems with them, I went ahead anyways. I was getting impatient because the traffic I'd purchased hadn't started running yet. And I'm like, all right, I just want to try it. I want to see what's going on, which landing page is going to work. I had everything set to go, and it's just sitting here waiting. So I'm like, all right, let me just try this.
See, this is what I mean, and this is what we mean about do not rush.
Right. Take your time. All right. So lo and behold, I go to this site, and the thing about this site is they rank all their vendors, and it's based on feedback from people who bought from them before. And so you decide how many clicks you want to buy and when you want the ad to run. A lot of times you can run them right away. So you go pick it, and a thing will come up. Hell, here's our top. You can pick the top, the first, second, or third recommended guy. I don't know why you'd not pick the top guy. But anyways, the top guy, he was ranked at like 97% out of 100. So I'm like, oh, this guy's good. You look at the reviews, they're all positive. I'm like, cool. So I talk to the guy. We get it running. Traffic starts running pretty within a day. I had traffic running, and I'm getting wicked good opt-ins. So I would say if you're going to get 10 to 15% is good. It's probably average. I was getting like a 65% opt-in rate. Wow, this is phenomenal. I get something I'm like, this is phenomenal. But, you know, so I check a little bit later, and we're basically marketing a free training. So it doesn't cost people anything. So there's no barrier to entry. And if somebody does check out the training, just by giving them their email address, we get a commission just from that without even selling anything. Mm-hmm. So that's our little secret of how we're making money. So there's basically no barrier. So if the guy has a list of people that are interested in making money online, and they're going to get offered free training, 14-day training, which at the end of it, you're going to make your first dollar if you haven't made one, and a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty intense. So anyways, nobody bought. So we're about halfway through running, and I contact the guy. I say, hey, I don't know what's going on here, but nobody's buying anything. And they're not even buying. They're just opting into this free training. It's like they're getting on my list, but then they're not going to the next step. And I'm like, he goes, well, you know, it's your job to send emails out to convince these people to act. I'm like, well, nobody is opening. So they go to an autoresponder, and immediately when they put their email address in, they get an email from it. It says, hey, just confirming you signed up for this, blah, 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 blah. Keep your eye out. You're going to be getting an email. Meanwhile, if you didn't click on it, here's a link to the video, like that. So they should be at least opening that initial email, right? So nobody was opening that email. So basically, I was getting junk traffic. So I don't know what this guy was doing. I don't know if he was just feeding my autoresponder and automatically running the script or something, and they weren't real people. So I challenged, he goes, well, let's run through all the traffic and let's see what happens. So all right, I let it all run. Again, at the end, I probably ended up with a 65% opt-in rate. I got a ton of people added to my list, but they're all dead leads, basically. So I'm like, hey, listen, buddy, I don't know where these leads are coming from, but nobody is reacting. I think I bought like 300 clicks, so I should have gotten 30 people, and of that, probably 1%, say maybe, so 10. I should have gotten like 1% of those people at least signing up for the free training. And since his opt-in rate was so high, it should have been a lot higher. And like nobody's doing anything, so he's basically saying I got a bad offer and da 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 da. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, there's 70,000 people that have signed up for this already.
Right.
It's free for
Free.
one, and there's no cost. You don't even have to put a credit card in, so there's no barrier.
It didn't make sense.
So the guys, we back and forth, and then without even asking the guy, he gave me a full refunded my money. So I got a feeling he knew that he was in the wrong. He continued to run my traffic, even though he gave me my money back. He didn't want me putting a bad review, is what I think.
Yeah.
So he immediately refunded the money, and then I lost he basically canceled the order, is what it said. But even though it still ran, so I didn't have the option to rate him after I was done. So I'm going to say this, and this is me talking. I'm sure there are good solo ad vendors out there, but I've heard more horror stories than I have good ones. So I would just, unless you know for a fact that you know somebody that knows this person, and be careful with that too, because a lot of times they're affiliates for these solo ad vendors, so they're going to make a commission on your sale. So they may mislead you. So just be very, very, very careful of solo ads. As a matter of fact, I would avoid them because there's so much junk traffic out there, junk vendors. I would just stay away from that altogether. All right, so that's something not to do. So I'm going to go back to screen share here. So the last thing I want to cover is content marketing. So what content marketing is basically a blog, or it could be a video, but you're producing something of value, some content, and sharing it out with people. So blog's a good one. Search engines like blogs. You can post videos on them. You can have pictures. You can have text. You can have links. There's all kinds of things you can do with blogs. And it's basically your home. You own it. It's your domain. So it's something you control versus, if you post it on YouTube or another video site, you don't own that. You can actually get shut down or banned or whatever on those sites. The blog, you can control. So and I just learned about these. I didn't even know they exist. So there's actually companies that will promote your blogs. And there are two of them here. I'm going to show them to you. One of them is called Taboola, and the other one is Outbrain. Actually, I'm trying to think now. Where did I see that? I think it was CNN. You've probably seen these and not even realized it. And I've clicked on some of these. I don't know if you've seen them, but I'm going to show you what this would do. I apologize. Just load slow because I'm live streaming right now. So this is CNN. It's loading. All right, so see all these down here where it says, have you seen this? And I can't see the name. There's like an ad thing on the side here. So a lot of these are coming from some of these sites, like Taboola or Outbrain. interesting. So, yeah, even on the side, you see these, you get ads over here. I don't think this is, but you're gonna, if you're on a site and you see stuff like this at the bottom, a lot of times those are promoting somebody else's blog. You can see there's ads on here. Health. Videos you should see. So you get the idea that, I don't think this was, I don't remember what it was, but anyhow, if you see those on the bottom there, those are ads. So I'm going to show you the Taboola site. While that's loading, actually, I'm going to load up Outbrain so I can show you both of them. What do you think of this? It's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it is cool.
So you can go to taboola.com and you can sign up. So you can see, this is loading a little slow here. Apologize. Come on. All right, so some of the, oops. Oh, it's moving too fast. So, oh, here we go, the Atlantic. See, this is showing you a demonstration. So this is the site, the Atlantic, and then they recommend your content, and it shows up right there. See where that is? So you've probably seen it. So here's some of the sites that they work with. The Weather Channel, okay, that's the one. Tribune, the Atlantic, Eurosport, Yahoo, Japan, NBC, Time Warner. There's a whole, these are probably just some of them. I'm sure there's a lot more. So basically you can get on there and they will promote your blog site on, it's got to be applicable to the site that it's going to, but you know, here's some of the companies that work with them. It's pretty cool. So there's 750 million unique users monthly.
Wow.
I would say there's just a little bit of traffic here. 5 million pieces of content, 300 billion recommendations monthly.
Wow.
So there's a huge, huge opportunity there. Actually, I'm going to go to, now that I see that there, I'm going to go to the Weather Channel just to show you. I can't type like this. Weather Channel, here we go. The Outbrain pretty much operates the same way. So this is on, it looks like Time. So you can see these like photos on the bottom. It's showing you one as an article with a video.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all, see it says recommended by Outbrain. Those are blog posts from different people. Here's some of the people that use them. McDonald's, Visa, Huggies. There's all the different sites they advertise on.
200
so
billion.
They got 200 billion total recommendations and 557 million audience that they reach every month. Wow. So there's a huge, huge market out there. The Weather Channel. This is a cool one. I actually want to develop some content. So the thing with this is you got to have good content.
Mm.
Uh-oh. What we got going here? We got a winter storm coming?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So we'll close these down. So here we are on weather.com. And where is, not seeing, you see it?
No.
Maybe because I didn't allow my location, it's not showing me any ads.
That could be it.
But anyhow, that's one of the sites that they promote on. And they'll show up right in the middle of their page. I know I've clicked on some of them because they usually, you know, they're going to have good content. All right. Yep. We need to move on. So you get the idea. I mean, how would you like to have your blog post show up on weather.com?
Be pretty cool.
I'm sure there's a few people that visit that site.
You think?
All right. That's it for content. No questions.
No. It's all right. They know it all.
All right. We're back live. Hi. What'd you guys think of that? Some cool stuff, huh? What do you think? We get some good. So three good techniques for marketing. One of them is free.
Mm-hmm.
The blog is going out to blogs is actually, it can be fairly inexpensive, especially if you got a narrow niche. And then Outbrain, and I think it depends on how big your audience is going to be. But it's probably relatively inexpensive. But again, you need to have good content.
Yes.
All right. So you can't just do junk. You want to have something really good that people want to read. And you need to take the time putting that content together. So your homework. So my mentor, Vic Strizos, always says, dig your own well. So don't rely on somebody else. Don't rely on a solo ad vendor. Don't rely on, dig your own well. So if you discover your own traffic methods,
use them.
use them. So I'm going to ask you to just explore, even if you do nothing else than put together a spreadsheet of different options. So when you're ready, you've got some tools in your tool chest. So do some research on blogs, on your niche, and find out what the biggest blogs are in that niche.
Right.
I will tell you this, if you got one that's really high on the list, they're going to charge a lot of money to advertise on their site. So maybe you don't need to necessarily be in the top one.
No.
But you want top 100,000. So that opens it up. There's a huge market there. So that's really your homework for today. Oh, I got one thing. Can you talk for a minute?
Oh, what?
I gotta go, I don't know, ask them a question, talk about your week. I gotta go get something really quick right in there.
All right, be quick
All
about
right, I'll be right back. I have a gift.
it. He has a gift. I hope you're getting a lot out of this. He has made some pretty key points. So I would say do your homework because it helps you move along and learn the next thing so you don't fall behind.
All right, I'm back. So for our viewers today, I got a special gift that we're going to offer from Lori and I. This is something that we really love. Okay, so it's a book, and it's by Rick Warren, and it's called "What on Earth Am I Here For?" I think that this book.
No, the real name of it is
The Purpose-Driven Life.
Yes.
What on earth am I here for?
Yeah.
So if you're like me and Lori, it's like, all right, we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
What is that? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you do know. This book is going to help you. So our gift is this. The first person to reach out to us, we're going to give you this book for free.
Yep.
We're going to mail it to you, no cost. Our gift for you as one of our followers, and we just want to. This book, I think, has changed our lives tremendously, and we just want to pay it forward, and share that experience with other people. Over 32 copies of this book have been sold.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So Rick Warren, number one New York Times bestseller. It's a great book. You'll have a hard time putting this down.
Yeah, you will.
Great. So first person gets it. I'm only giving one away, and that's it for this week. Laura, you got anything else to add?
No, we don't. I don't.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for answering our survey, and we will see you next Saturday, 2 p.m. Take care, everybody.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye.